On March 3rd, 2017, the final Wolverine movie Logan hit theaters and blew everyone away. As of now, it's one of the most critically acclaimed X-Men movies. After a full year, does it hold up? Or is it just overrated dirt? We'll look into it in full detail for a solid analysis, so expect spoilers. Let's dive in and see how Logan fares 1 year later. In the near future, 97% of mutants have died out, and Logan is at the end of his rope as his body and spirits are falling apart. Even his healing factor is failing him. Working as a limo driver leads him to a job escorting a young girl named Laura, who turns out to be his own daughter, the Wolverine-like X-23, to North Dakota. Reluctantly taking her and the mentally suffering Charles Xavier, the three head out while evading a government agency trying to control the next generation of mutants. Opposed to the previous X-Men and Wolverine movies, Logan aims for a human approach. That's why it's not titled Wolverine whatever. It focuses on the man, not the superhero. With that, it's much more subdued than the other films. There's no time travel or an ancient Egyptian demigod trying to conquer the world. It's a simple road trip story, and a harsh one at that. At times, this movie is not an easy one to watch. It's dark, grim, and not afraid to make your stomach churn. I didn't look forward to seeing the Munson family get killed again, the trustworthy Caliban being blown to bits. And then there's the fact that almost all the mutants are dead. It's depressing. The survivors try to pull themselves together, but they're always on the verge of breaking down. The wise psychic mentor, Professor X, is now a raving crackpot.
It's not about what you do. It's not about your deeds. You can't live up to God's rules. He knows that you can't. It's okay, we're imperfect.
And Logan has gone back to being withdrawn and bitter, after showing some positive change in Days of Future Past. Yeah, I'm not making this sound complimentary, so you'd think this movie would put you off. But despite all the upsetting baggage, everything is pieced so well together. The pacing is just about perfect. It eases you into this dim world and steadily brings you to the hardcore violence, followed by some scenes of levity. And the violence is hardcore. I mean, I've wanted to see something like this since 2009. I am so used to Wolverine killing bad guys off screen and stabbing someone without any visible blood spilt. This gladly makes up for that. Arms are cut off and faces are shredded. So yeah, about time. And the cursing. We know the F-bomb is said like once per movie since X-Men First Class, but it's spoken here like 100 times. You get the feeling Hugh Jackman wanted to talk like this as Wolverine for years, and now he can finally cut loose.
Fuck! How did you find me, huh? Because you're fucking up my life, lady. Fuck! Shut up, shut the fuck up!
The chemistry between the lead characters is the strongest part of the movie. I can't get enough of the scenes with Logan and Charles together.
Logan.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Logan.
Just stop.
I have to pee.
The father-daughter relationship with Logan and Laura is the sweetest the X-Men movies have ever been. It reminds me of the first movie with him and Rogue, showing a glimpse of him being a father figure, and it's displayed here in full force. Both the good and bad of it. He does throw tantrums and yells at her and she yells back. He tells her to face reality, but she's adamant, about going to North Dakota after being inspired by old X-Men comics. Which, knowing Logan, he calls BS.
In the real world, people die, and no self-promoting asshole in a fucking leotard can stop it. This is ice cream for bedwetters.
The ending is just heart-wrenching. Logan dies saving the young mutants, and he spends his last moment holding his daughter's hand, and she can't help but cry. Truth be told, I got a little teary-eyed after seeing it again. The last scene with the kids at his brief funeral and Laura rotating the cross to an X to honor him as the last living X-Man, it hits you right in the gut. The final shot with the kids heading north without a clear, concrete aftermath is a mystery, but there's some optimism in it, and I think that's a good way of ending it. Is the movie perfect? No. The deaths of Charles and Logan could have been done better. They feel so rushed, and after 17 years, they deserved a better send-off. The villains kinda suck. We've seen the mutant control agent shtick so many times. I think they tried to give it a fresh new take with Donald Pierce with the robot hand, and the fact that he's a fan of mutants, at least Wolverine. Still, he doesn't make that much of an impact. The main antagonist, Dr. Rice, is the most forgettable X-Men villain. He is as bland and tired as you could get. The old, refined scientist. And of course, he speaks with a British accent.
He believes you've been dispensing delayed information to allow your friends to stay one step ahead.
I completely forgot about him before rewatching this. Show of hands, who remembers this guy before seeing the movie a second time? The Wolverine clone X-24 is the most interesting, as he is what Logan thinks he himself is, a mindless weapon. The difference between them is Logan's humanity, which is ironic. He always beats himself up for being a killing machine, somebody who should always be alone. He doesn't like himself. This movie goes in depth about what he's truly afraid of. It's not giant robots or assassins or even death. It's love. He is afraid of having somebody to care about, something to lose.
Because I suck at this. Bad shit happens to people I care about.
But as he holds his daughter's hand while dying, he finally gets to embrace that feeling of love, and he's comfortable with it. A lot of people compare this to The Last of Us, but I think it's more like Metal Gear Solid 4. An aged, broken down hero goes into his final battle and discovers the value of life at the end. While some of it doesn't sit well with me, I still really like this movie. Is it the best X-Men movie? Probably not. I'm going with X2 on that one. The best Wolverine movie? Oh, definitely. Logan is an intense, thrilling, modern-day western that ends Hugh Jackman's run as Wolverine on a quiet but powerful note. It inflicts you with a special kind of wounds that will never heal. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share this video, and feel free to comment what you think about Logan. Also, check out my 6 recommendations for the 2019 Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I'm Mr. Retrospective. Till next time.